Hello clarinet folks, today I will be answering some of the most frequent questions that I have in regards to the last review I did on these two Legere synthetic reed. Okay, on the right hand side this is the European cut, and the left hand side this is the French cut. So both size 3 1/4. So the biggest difference between these two is the size, of course. The European cut, as you can see, it is much shorter but wider, and the French cut is much taller and thinner. So the European cut, the length is 65 millimeter, and on the rail side this is 14 millimeter, while the French cut is 67 millimeter, 2 millimeter taller, and the rail is 13 millimeter or 1 millimeter narrower. Okay, in comparison together, these two, as you can see. Okay, and in my experience, I've been playing with the French cut in the last 6 months, and I actually prefer the French cut than the European cut. Although the European cut produces a bigger or fuller tone, the problem I have with this is it's difficult to play in altissimo range, and it requires more air. So 3 1/4, 3 1/4. While the French cut, it feels more natural, or it feels like more of a cane. It has a little bit thinner sound. It actually makes my clarinet, my Buffet R13, sound much better with the French cut, and it just feels natural. I don't get any I actually get less oral fatigue with this one. So let's play the difference. I will be showing you simple licks, mostly scales, to differentiate the sound quality between these two. So in my experience with these two reed, so the European cut, I've been playing European cut in the last 4 years, but this particular reed, I've been playing with this one in the last 6 months. 6 months later, when the French cut was released back in December 2023, I switched to French cut. So it's the same reed since I bought it 6 months ago, and I've been playing about, in average, 2 hours per week. So here I've been using it for the last 6 months, and then after, and then here 6 months. So they're both played about the same time, and I noticed a little bit of difference. It gets softer a little bit, but it's still playable. I actually love the synthetic reed more than the cane reed. My clarinet that I'll be using is my trusted Buffet R13, Rovner Versa ligature, and Van Doren DB5 mouthpiece. Let's play the European cut reed first. French cut. Articulation. European cut, French cut, European cut, French cut. That's the French cut. The difference between these two reeds is actually significant. So the European cut sounds better and fuller, but it's difficult to play in altissimo or high range. But it sounds better though, and it requires more air because it's wider. It feels like a saxophone reed. While the French cut here is my preferred reed because it's narrower, it's more natural, or like a V12 reed because I've been playing V12 in the last couple of years. So the transition to the French cut is very natural. Although the sound is a little bit thinner, I actually prefer that sound because it enhances the sound of the R13. But we know that R13 has a bright sound. So yes, and it's a lot easier to articulate, easier to play in altissimo range, although I squeak a little bit, but comparing both, I prefer the French cut. So the sound is probably better. It's a personal preference for me. The French cut sounds better because it's brighter. And if I will be given a chance to buy again, I'll buy the French cut any day. Although I will also play my European cut. I still play with my European cut once in a while when my lips are tired. If I want something different, I play this one. But most of the time, almost 99% of the time, I play the French cut because it's more like a cane reed. So that's the biggest difference between these two. I hope I'm able to answer some of the questions, but yeah, the comments are correct. The European cut, bigger and fuller tone. French cut, thinner and a lot easier to play, in my own opinion. Okay, alright, see you.